Well, good morning. I hope everyone's doing well. Today we are continuing from last time and we need to talk to Halberd at the stables here.
We will all gather again for a rest at Gwingris in Eregion.
Our preparations are complete and some of the Dunedain have already mounted their horses and begun to ride. You do the same or engage one of the horses at these stables and we will be off. The Lothrandir and I have chosen a course that will take us south in several legs, the first of which leads south through the Cholsaws and into Eregion. We will meet up at Gwingris in Eregion Medrielle, and we will have a rest. All right. So, Stable Master, can you take us to Gwingris? Well, you can, and you can do it fast travel too. So, yay. Thank you. We'll take that. And those are some huge antlers. Boy, that moose had to have been alive for a long time. I wonder if the animals that the elves use as mounts are unnaturally long-lived because they're cared for by the elves. Probably not, but it's an interesting thought. Okay, that was easy. Now we need to find Sheridan. And there he is.
The first leg of our journey is complete, but not without incident.
The first leg of our journey is complete, but not without my incident. My horse, Erebrandir, has drawn up lame. There is something wrong with one of his shoes, and he cannot go on unless something is done. Halberd said I should just engage another horse, but I have been speaking to the elves here, and they have given me another idea. Apparently a skilled farrier has recently passed through Gwingris. This farrier, London by name, could certainly repair Erebrandir's shoe. I understand that London left Gwingris heading east. If you find him and convince him to return, we will have been delayed but little. All right, so we're going to get on our own horse and we're going to go look for this farrier, which, of course, if you didn't already guess, farriers take care of horses' hooves and they do the horseshoes and filing the horse's hooves and all that stuff because kind of very important to do. It looks like it's getting dark out here in Eregion. Oh, it's a perfect time to go adventuring. And we don't even have to worry about the mobs because, of course, we are relatively over level for this area. We're actually almost to the level where we could go to get a war steed in Rohan, but I'm going to be waiting on that a little bit. Because other than being, you know, a fancier horse that you can put cosmetics on and rubber band all through towns, there's really not much use for a war steed anywhere but Rohan. Besides, we got a lot of fun stuff ahead. We've got Enedwaith. We have Isengard. Enedwaith, Dunland, Isengard, Great River, and then we get to Rohan. Oh, and here's London. Hello, sir.
Careful, stranger. There's a group of Uruks in these parts.
Careful, stranger. There's a group of Uruks in these parts of great size and strength. I saw them not 2 hours ago. They were passing north, and though I could understand little of their cruel speech, it seems to me they were seeking treasure. There are ruins throughout these lands, you know. These Uruks would like nothing better than a chance at plunder. London listens to your account of Ceridan's plight and agrees to tend the needs of his horse, Erebrandir. His face then freezes in a mask of fear. The Uruks, they're coming back. Prepare to fight. And because, of course, this is part of the quest we're working on, thank you, friend. I will speak with you back at Gwengris. Those Uruks were actually closer to our level, but still quite easily dispatched. Eregion is quite a lovely place. And the music here is quite lovely too. Of course, if you've seen my video about why I play LOTRO after all these years, you'll have seen the part where, well, I did a ride through Eregion, playing Lands of Eregion, which is probably one of my favorite songs in the game. Although, I have to say, in general, the music in Moria is my favorite. You know, I just realized we left Bingo at the Haunted Inn. We should probably go get him at some point. Because I believe... I can't remember where he wants to go next, but it's probably going to be Enedwaith with us. Yep, here's London.
Fit a new shoe to Ceridan's horse.
I have fit a new shoe to Ceridan's horse, Medrielle. He will have no problems now. I wonder if the same can be said for the few who live in these lands. Those Uruks spoke as if more would be coming, and we have no reason to doubt them. There's been much more activity among these creatures, many more of them on the roads in recent weeks. I do not like it. Well, give Ceridan my thanks for sending you my way, friend High Elf. I would have been in a great deal of trouble if you had not come along when you had, and the price of a new horseshoe is a small price to pay indeed. Well, thank you for your help. I'm glad I was able to keep you from getting slaughtered by the Uruks. And now let's go talk to Ceridan.
Erebrandir is ready to go once more.
Erebrandir is ready to go once more. His new shoe fits perfectly, a testament to the skills of London. I am worried about these Uruks, though. If it is true that many of the creatures have come north through Enedwaith into Eregion, our ride south may quickly become more difficult than it has been to this point. Are they solely here for the plunder, or is there another purpose that drives them? London gave me the shoe he took from Erebrandir. It is yours if you want it. Some people believe a shoe such as this brings good fortune. I do not think that is the case, but I leave you to make up your mind. And we're going to get Erebrandir's horseshoe. It says some people believe such a shoe brings good fortune. Now, it's a pocket item, but nobody's ever been 100% sure what it actually does. Supposedly it does something. There's been a lot of debate on that over time. The rest of the Dunedain have gone on ahead. They wait now for us. We will meet up with the company for the next leg of our journey further south of here at Eregion. May the wind at your back speed you onward. Erebrandir and I will see how stands up the work of London until we meet again at Eregion, Medrielle. So, should we be lazy and take the stable? Sure, why not?
Sweet-eyed Malon.
And we're going to have to do a slow travel, or we could use a mithril and do a swift travel. Now, we'll do a slow travel. We're going to do it like people who don't have mithril to spare do it. Besides, it's always nice to take the scenic route here. Like I said, it is a lovely place. Even if it was rather destroyed by Sauron. I mean, it is kind of getting really dark now. I don't know, it doesn't make it any less lovely. Actually makes it look a little more watercolory. I don't know, is that watercolory a word? I guess it is now. It's only evening, too. According to the mod, in 26 minutes, it'll be midnight. Now, if you think about it, Eregion is where the most advanced crafters of the elves were. It was where Celebrimbor was. It was where Celebrimbor forged the rings. So my guess is the Urks are looking for a recipe for ring forging, or maybe other rings that were forged. I assume there were test forges. So there might be minor rings of power, as well as the major rings of power and the One Ring. That's my guess. Talk to Radnir. Okay, where is Radnir? Oh, he's hanging out over here.
We have received a call for aid, and Halbarad thinks we should help.
We have called a halt, Medrielle, and it may be for longer than we originally intended. We have received a call for aid from a dwarf coming north from the White Mountains, and Halbarad has determined it'd be serious enough to justify a stop. The dwarf's name is Fusey Gemcutter, and he will speak to you about his problem. He will speak to anyone, it seems. And there's Fusey.
Who are you? You are no ranger.
Yes? Who are you? You are no ranger. I can see that. It is an outrage, I tell you, when dwarves cannot take the road north from the White Mountains without fear of harassment. There we were, my father and I, when out from behind one of the large stones you see scattered everywhere in these lands jumps the largest orc you've ever seen. He beat his chest with a gloved hand, shouted the name of his clan. I'll never forget it. then knocked out my father Funi and dragged him off. You ask him in what direction the Sharkunak Uruk took his father, and his brow furrows with puzzlement. Sharkunak? No, no. The name he shouted was Ninkoth. In all the confusion, I cannot remember what direction he went, but if you can find the site of the attack, which was to the east of here, you may see some tracks or something. All right, so let's go look for signs of what's going on. Certainly a lot of orc activity right now. And actually not incredibly close. How courageous. Oh, more ancient iron. We'll stop for that. The goats are kind of neat. Hello, goat. Of course, if we were of level, he would threaten us and then he would attack us. But because we're over level, he's being a very nice, tame goat. And this is good, because I don't particularly like to kill them. Now, the Shadow Warg, on the other hand, I would kill him. And the dwarf. Oh, yeah, these Craven are a deed here in Eregion. I'll be honest, a slightly tedious one. Oh, a lost pack. A confusion of tracks around the fallen pack. Oh, and look, we have some orcs. Yeah, well, guess what? I got to the pack before you did, so get out of here. It's mine. Find information about the Ninkoth Orcs east of the fallen pack. And there's the pass that they were originally going to take to get to where they were going, the Fellowship, that is. But discovered that, of course, it was snowed in. There had been an avalanche. And they had to go a different route. And so do we, because I don't think we're going to get to where we're going from right there. Lovely little bit of elven architecture. There's a half-orc. I've forgotten how to get up here. I have totally forgotten how to get up here. That's wonderful. So, let me try to figure this out real quick. There's a path up. Huh. Okay, either I'm blind or I'm a doofus or something, because I have totally forgotten how to get up there. Ah, there we go. A frightened adventurer.
You pursue the Uruks. Your trail ends here, I am afraid.
Tell to you, High Elf. You are in pursuit of the Uruks? Your trail ends here, I am afraid. The ruins of Minas Elendor that you see atop the cliffs here are crawling with the creatures, and with worse besides. Still you intend to scour the ruins? You are brave, my friend. If I cannot dissuade you, I at least will tell you what I have learned of the place. I will not myself journey there again, not for any sum. There are strange doings going on inside Minas Elendor and its cursed cellars, and I have seen enough to last me.
Well, this was the site of a terrible battle, long ago.
The elves at Gwingris would not tell me much of these ruins, but they told me enough to whet my curiosity. That this was the site of a battle long ago, and none of the people who lived here were spared the sword. But the goal of the enemy was not treasure, for the coffers were left untouched. Untouched. But there is something strange about the rooms and corridors of Minas Elendor, and the cellars of Delatham, which run beneath it. You see, sometimes disturbing things. It is as if the horrors that fell upon that place scarred it in some way that the stones have not forgotten. It would be a brave high elf indeed to explore the place from top to bottom. Some rooms in Minas Elendor can only be reached by stairs within Delatham, and the opposite seems also to be so. I do not know why the Ninkoth orcs have come to this place, but I feel it must be as bewildering to them as it is to me. Wherever they are keeping this dwarf for whom you are looking, it will not be easy to find. So, our next step is to go into probably one of the more interesting places in Eregion, which is Minas Elendor, and look for our dwarf friend. And he's right, it's a bit of a maze. So technically it's two places. You have Minas Elendor, and then you have the cellar, which is, of course, I've already forgot the name of it. And it doesn't tell me in the description, but they're kind of interwoven. So you'll be in one place, you'll go through a doorway, you'll be in the other place. You might go through another doorway in that other place and back up in the first place. And because they look very similar, it's really hard to tell which one you're actually in unless you're looking at the tag underneath the mini-map. Now, before we continue, I'm going to do something I should have done a long time ago. I'm going to go back to... Do I have a stable to it? I thought I did. Come on. No, that's Galadon. That's Gwingris. Oh, well, I have a map to Gwingris. That's good. 21st Hall. Oscaruth. Huh, I do not have one for Mirkwood. The closest I have is Galadon, so we'll head there. We're going to go pick up Bingo. Before I forget again. Poor fella. I'm sure he'd like to leave Mirkwood at some point. Oh, there he is. Oh, he closer than I thought. Hello, Bingo.
I'm worrying about something.
We are back in more pleasant lands. It is something of a relief to leave Mirkwood behind us, but, well, I've been worrying about something. Bingo's cheerful expression is gone. He seems quite upset. It is this appetite of mine. We boffins like to have as many meals as anyone, and I am no stranger to nipping off to the larder for a snack or two between meals, but this hunger is sharper, in a way, than any hunger I can remember. I got to thinking about what has gotten me this hungry, and I realized that it began around the time we crossed the river into Mirkwood. There is something unnatural about this. Is this a curse? You need to have done something bad to be cursed. Didn't Adelinda say something about a great evil in her past? Well, I was thinking about it, and while I wouldn't say I've done anything especially evil, I wasn't honest with Kalangoth, was I? We used deception to get him to allow us to cross the river. Is my increasing hunger a curse from my poor behavior? You have to go to Kalangoth at the docks and apologize for my lies, Medrielle. I fear I will waste away from this curse if you do not. All right. We will do that for you, Bingo. I forgot about that part. It's a little silly. Okay, we need to go to the vineyard, please. Bingo's such a silly hobbit. All right, head over to the docks. Go talk to Kalangoth and tell him of Bingo's minor transgressions. I wonder, did I ever get the Lothlorian horse? I don't think I did. You know what? Let's take a look real quick. Skills, mounts. Steed of Rivendell, Mollisaw Steed. Priced Rivendell horse. Priced Galadrim horse. Nope, that's the Galadrim horse. Okay, so I do have it. All right. Oh, I'm on the wrong dock. Burp. There he is.
What news from abroad?
You have come back, I see. What did your friend think of the Golden Host adventures in Mirkwood? You explain Bingo's deception and give Kalangoth the Hobbit's sincerest apologies. The elf nods solemnly, but there is a smile on his lips. Bingo must have a low opinion of the intelligence of elves if he believed I was truly fooled by his deception. I was not. But it takes a large heart to admit such a thing, and my refusal to bear him across the river was born not of malice, but of concern for his safety. I accept his apology. I may also have the solution for his hunger. Give him this small packet of limbus, along with my well wishes. I think the one will cure his hunger, and the other may assuage his guilt, for I imagine the latter is the truest source of his curse, and once forgiven, I expect he will be fine. That is my guess. I tend to agree with you there. Limbus. That reminds me of a scene in, what was it? Was it the Two Towers? When they went to Lothlorien. But yeah, it reminds me of the scene.
Greetings to you.
Where the elves were telling the hobbit that a couple of bites of limbus would keep you full for a day. And Merry and Pippin were like, how many did you eat? Oh, I ate 5 of them. I ate 6. And it's like, yeah, but you don't know what hobbits are like.
He
accepted my apology? Lovely, lovely.
Kalingoth accepted my apology. Lovely, lovely. I'm glad to hear it. And what is this? Limbus? How interesting. It looks to be a type of cake, and if a little plain looking. It is a gift from Kalingoth. Bingo takes a small bite and nibbles at it for a moment. Ah, I did not expect it to be so delicious. And how filling. My, this limbus has quite cured my curse, if such it was. It is good to have a full belly for now. I am ready to travel down the Great River in search of further adventure. Okay, so he wants to go Great River route next.
My belly is delightfully full, and I am ready to continue our journey.
My belly is delightfully full, and I am ready to continue our journey. I have spoken with a few of the elves here, and they have told me about a small outpost to the south of Lothlorien. The outpost is called Halderith, and the folk there can guide us as we move south along the banks of the Great River. Are you ready to go, Medrielle? I'm very curious to see the scenery, and am hoping for a little more sunshine than the grim canopy of Mirkwood provided us. So actually, I thought he'd want to go to Enedwaith first. I do know he eventually does go to Enedwaith, but apparently he wants to go to Great River first, which we're not going to be headed to for a little while. So, at least we have assured that he is no longer in Mirkwood, and he's quite happy. The next time we will pick up where we left off in Eregion. But until then, bye for now.